Time, Sarah. Thank you. So got started a little bit late with things today. The Platteview bus bringing the girls here took a little extra time with all that snow still blowing around out there. So originally scheduled for a 12:30 start, we ended up starting at 12:45. So you haven't missed the entire first half if you're just now joining us as we get things going here in the second period. St. Cecilia with the ball, and their ball movement pretty good on the block for Tori Thomas. She's fouled on the shot. And Tori, who did not score in the first quarter, will have her crack at it here. Kaylee Kaler with the foul, her first and the fifth on Platteview. Thomas makes good on both. Her first two of the ball game. 6 different Blue Hawks have scored so far in the game, and a foul at the other end. Good press break. Anna Kaler will shoot the free throws here. Platteview has been better. It took them a few trips down the floor to kind of realize that, okay, St. Cecilia's pressure is on their side of half court, so if you can break half court in a hurry, you can actually end up with some pretty good shots, and that has been more of the case for Platteview the longer this game has gone on. Kaler's first of 2 missing no good. Hamburger comes in to replace McKenna Asher, who just picked up her second personal foul, and the fourth on the Blue Hawks. 1 for 2 there for Kaler. It's a 5-point lead, just full court man-to-man here for Platteview. Now trapping as they get the ball across half court. Little lob down low. Thomas, nice positioning, and Tori Thomas puts it up and in on the assist from Burton. Ball movement good. That's an open 3 there, but no good for Hallie Johnson, who still has not connected. An offensive rebound ends up back in the hands, though, of Anna Kaler, and Anna puts it in that time. So Kaler's got 3. That one was deflected in the backcourt by Anna. Will stay with St. Cecilia. Bartley coming in, also Lindsay Hutfliss, how you say that? Lindsay's into the game. 15-10 our score, a little over a minute gone by here in the second quarter. Verton across the timeline, hands it off to Jenna Esch. Thomas had good, or Hamburger, excuse me, had good positioning. Not a great pass, but a great cut on the backside, and the layup is good by Lexi Verton. Lexi's got 4 points in the ball game, pushes the lead back to 7 for Hastings St. Cecilia. Nice screen up top, down the lane, a little fadeaway off the contact, and good for Kaylee Kaler. Her first basket of the game. She averages 7 points per contest. 5-point lead again for St. Cecilia. In the middle for Daly to Thomas. Spinning shot, it's up and good. Suddenly a little flow to the ball game. Thomas has 6 points all in the first 2 minutes of the second quarter. St. Cecilia's lead is back to 7. Hutfliss across the timeline. Pass is picked off, though. Jenna Esch. And the finish. And a timeout is a full timeout taken by Platteview. 21-12. The lead is 9. Biggest lead of the game for St. Cecilia. We'll be back after this.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
My name is William Scarf. I'm a diesel tech here in York, Nebraska for Truck Center Companies. Before I started working here, I helped a smaller mechanic shop, and I did some work here and there. And then I started working on some engines at home in my shop. And then that's when I kind of got my jump with diesel. I've liked
21-12, the press break been pretty good. All of a sudden now for St. Cecilia, as Platteview is trying to extend out the man-to-man defense, and Tori Thomas has been the benefactor of that. 6 points in the quarter. Lexi Verton also had a nice dribble drive off of the press break, if you will, or just getting through the trap. And the lead is 9 for the Blue Hawks, the largest lead of the game. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. St. Cecilia, a team that likes to score some points, too. They average just shy of 60 a contest in the C2 ranks. Good pass to the backside. The layup good that time. Amber Bartley gets the finish. This entire quarter really has seen much, much better flow offensively for both teams as Verton keeps their dribble drive. Can't finish, but there's Thomas. Her putback no good. And the defensive rebound for Bartley. Opportunity gone by there for the Hawkettes. Backdoor cut, picked off. Lexi Verton says, nope, I'll take that, thank you very much. Third steal for the Hawkette defense, and then a steal right back the other way. Here come the Trojans. Kaler with it on the wing. Now Hutflis at the top of the key. Long bounce pass, but does get it down there. Ball movement, wraps around for the three. That's off, well off, no good, but an offensive rebound, taking it back away and got the bounce for the and one for Kaylee Kaler. Foul whistled against Gracie Daly, her first, and the team's fifth. Emma Lewis into the game for Platteview. Veronica Gunther waits at the score bench, and she will replace Kaylee Kaler. And also in for Platteview comes Hallie Johnson. Hallie averaging 13.5 points a game. I think she's only taken about 2 shots, though, in the first quarter and a half. Full court press is on for Platteview. Trying to up the tempo a little bit on Hastings St. Cecilia. The Hawkettes with it. Nice crossover all the way to the rim, but the finish not there. Thomas with an offensive rebound. And Tori will shoot a couple. Tori Thomas, 6-footer down there in the post. And she's been pretty solid throughout this game so far. In for Platteview comes Allie Cool, number 20. And both missed the mark there for Thomas. Quickly into the front court comes Anna Kaler. Stuck on the wing for a moment. To the high post it goes for Emma Lewis. Long three is off the mark, no good. The rebound for Bailey Kissinger. Daly's got it now. Skip pass. Daly wanted it. She takes it. Left it short, though. Rebound. Will go to St. Cecilia. 30-second timeout going to be taken here by St. Cecilia. Want to say thank you to Cornerstone Bank with way too many locations for me to name, but based here in York, Nebraska. Thank you for being our presenting sponsor for the York Holiday Tournament. We'll have coverage of all 4 games today. We'll have the boys matchup between St. Cecilia and Platteview coming up as soon as this one is over. And then the warm-ups will start for Elkhorn and York with the girls, and then the guys set to start later on this afternoon. And then, of course, tomorrow, the time schedule getting moved up a little bit. Remember to set your clocks forward. 11 o'clock is when the girls' third-place game will start. And then they typically plan for about an hour and 45 minutes for each game after that. So 11 o'clock, and then 12:45, and then about 1:30, and then a little after 3 o'clock probably by the time that boys' championship game starts. So a little bit earlier on the time for tomorrow on Saturday for the final day of the York Holiday Tournament here. 21-17, a little mini run, 4-0 run here for Platteview, although a turnover there as Kuhl was trying to get it cross court and lost it, actually had it ripped out of her hands and then tipped it back out of bounds. But the Trojans within 4 after St. Cecilia had pushed the lead to 9. In the corner, Hamburger left alone, left the 3 short though, and the defensive rebound for Emma Lewis. Kaler working on her dribble drive, leaves it on the wing for Kuhl. Now Alley trying to turn the corner, lost it off her foot. Now it's out of bounds, and it's off of St. Cecilia. Will stay with Platteview. Platteview 5-3 on their season. St. Cecilia 7-0 and undefeated in the C2 ranks, ranked number 3 in Class C2 by the Omaha World Herald. Nice baseline drive, Lewis. Oh, her backside pass got all the way to the rim but didn't put the shot up. And her backside pass stolen away by Verton. 7 turnovers for the Trojans here in the first half. Down the drive, though, they get the turnover right back. That was tipped out after the steal there for Anna Kaler. So 5 turnovers for St. Cecilia and 7 for Platteview. But a bunch of steals, really, for both teams. Not so much the violations or the passes out of bounds, anything like that. Just a 4-point game with 1:45 to go here in the first half. Hutflis tracks down a pass up near half court. Kuhl with her dribble, now picks it up, guarded by Verton. Pass tip stolen away by Hamburger. Hamburger doesn't get stopped on the dribble, missed the layup though, and a foul on the rebound is going to be on Gunther. Veronica Gunther with her first personal, but I believe that is the 7th team foul. And it is, so 1-and-1 opportunity for Catherine Hamburger. And Natalie Kissinger, along with Bailey Kissinger, both back into the game. I believe we also have Shea Butler out there for Hastings St. Cecilia. 1-and-1 for Hamburger. And an offensive rebound for Butler. Stuck on the wing, and a nice pass down low, but not finishing was Kissinger. An opportunity gone by, and it's been a few minutes without a point for the Hawkettes. Bartley up top, that is a 2, no good. Natalie Kissinger tracks down the rebound. Bailey Kissinger bringing it up. .50 seconds to go, first quarter. Hamburger on the wing. Bailey Kissinger gets a screen. Boy, nobody comes to her. Now gets it down to Hamburger. Back out Natalie Kissinger. No. Offensive rebound is good by Shea Butler. Well, it took a few minutes, but finally 2 more points on the board. 23-17, final seconds here, first half. Down the lane, a steal again. And a run out. The layup is good by Jenna Esch, and that is how we will end the first half of play. So about a 3-minute scoring drought for St. Cecilia made it a 4-point game, and then 4 points in the last minute to make it a 25-17 halftime score. We are going to take a break and say thank you to some of our sponsors who make this game on Strive TV possible. We'll have some halftime scoring stats for you coming up. You are watching the York Holiday Tournament on Strive TV.
My name is William Scarf. I'm a diesel tech here in York, Nebraska for Truck Center Companies. Before I started working here, I helped a smaller mechanic shop, and I did some work here and there. And then I started working on some engines at home in my shop. And then that's when I kind of got my jump with diesel. I've liked the experience they're giving me, the hours they're able to give me, and just the training and all the accessories. Pay is good, benefits are wonderful. Basically, they offer basically all benefits. Pretty happy that I was able to find it so quickly, right after high school basically. It was really jump right into it, and turns out to be a really good place to start a career.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Teens drink 1/4 of all alcohol sold in Nebraska. That's 2 times the national average, 5th worst in the nation. But there's something proven to stop teen binge drinking. It's called parenting, and there is one parenting style that works best. Learn more about the parenting style that works against teen drinking. Talkaboutalcohol.org.
Getting ready for the start of the second half, 25-17. It is Hastings St. Cecilia leading Platteview. Scoring in that first half, first for the Platteview Trojans. 7 points in the first quarter, 10 in the second quarter. 2 points from Veronica Ginther, 4 from Emma Lewis, 5 from Kaylee Kaler, 3 from Amber Bartley, and 3 from Anna Kaler. It is of note Hallie Johnson, who averages 13.5 points per game, limited to, I think, about 4 shots total in that first half. For St. Cecilia, Grace Daly with 3, Jenna Esch with 6, Shea Butler with 2, Lexi Verton with 4, Tori Thomas with 6, McKenna Asher with 2, and Catherine Hamburger with 2 in the ball game. That is 7 different Blue Hawks in the scoring department. 9 turnovers for Platteview, 5 for St. Cecilia in that first half. So underway here in the second half. St. Cecilia with it now. Tori Thomas, a little high-low for Asher. Her shot, though, no good. Thomas down the lane, snatches the offensive rebound. Out to Verton, the drive and the kick. Daly open for 3. Missed it long, though, and the rebound. Last touch by the Hawkettes. St. Cecilia 4 of 7 at the free throw line in the first half, while Platteview went 3 for 5. Platteview had some nice momentum, had in fact had a 9-point deficit and cut it down to 5, or 4 actually. But ultimately the last 4 points of the first half belonged to St. Cecilia. And then turnovers each way on quick possessions as Verton went for the crossover and had an extra step once she caught it. So a minute gone by here in the third quarter. Platteview 5-3 on their season in Class B. St. Cecilia an undefeated 7-0 in Class C2. There's a 3 at the top of the key. And Bartley knocks down the 3. She's got 6 points, and it's a 5-point contest. 6:40 and counting, third quarter. Platteview has not led in the game. Thomas with an and-one opportunity. Tori Thomas got all 6 of her points in the first half in the first 2 minutes of the second quarter. The benefactor of some good post-entry passes and a little bit of press breaking that got a little more efficient for the Blue Hawks. Now Thomas will try to convert the and-one. She does. 9 for Tori, and the lead is 8 for St. Cecilia. Minute and a half gone here in the third quarter. Quickly into the front court, bouncing off the contact. Thomas grabbed the rebound, then she traveled with it. So 2 quick turnovers for St. Cecilia here. Kaler on the inbounds, can't get the finish, but got her own rebound. Dribbles out now, she needs some help. Left alone, puts it up, and it's a 2. A long 2 is good by Anna Kaler. Anna's got 5 points in the game. The lead is 6 for St. Cecilia. Verton just about traveled with it there near half court. On the dribble drive, a reach-in foul. Going to be called on Anna Kaler. That will be her third personal, first team foul this half on the Trojans. Kaler probably getting a sub out here as Allie Kuhl comes in. That is indeed the case. Also Chloe McCauley in for St. Cecilia. Daly on the wing, long skip pass. Onto the block, there's Thomas, in, back out. Great ball movement, open 3, bounces strong though. Fight on the rebound, we're gonna get a foul on Platteview on Hallie Johnson. Hallie's first, and now 3 team fouls On the backside, a little fadeaway shot. It's good for McCauley. Chloe McCauley with some points off the bench. The lead back to 8. Cool on the wing, leaves it up top. Bartley over on the right side, guarded by Thomas. Bartley down the lane, the tough shot, no good. The defensive rebound, here comes Bailey Kissinger. Little give and go, Bailey is open and knocks down the layup. Bailey averages just shy of 13 a game. That is her first points of the contest, but it pushes the lead to 10. Late pass onto the block. It's knocked out of bounds by Asher. Three on the inbounds is well off, no good. And the defensive rebound for Bailey Kissinger. Here come the Blue Hawks, leading by 10. This is their largest lead of the game. Asher steps into a three. Cannot find the bottom of the net, but an offensive board for Daly. Big steps down the lane, but a foul on the floor on Platteview. And they will call it on Kaylee Kaler. Kaler's second, the fourth already on Platteview here in less than 4 minutes of the third quarter. Hamburger on the block. Back out, but a travel first on Kissinger. 8 turnovers for St. Cecilia, 10 for Platteview, so that really hasn't been a huge swing either way. Emma Lewis on the dribble drive into some contact, no foul called, and out of bounds. It was touched on the way up, though, by a Hawkette, so staying with Platteview. And again, tipped out of bounds. Bailey Kissinger got a hand on that one. First round games today. Oh, wide open. Emma Lewis puts one up. Good design and execution. The lead back to 8 for St. Cecilia. In the corner, the three splashed home by Bailey Kissinger, who's got 5 points in the quarter now. Just needed to see the ball go through the rim one time. And now a timeout here for Platteview. 30-second timeout taken by the Trojans. A reminder that all of the games from the York Holiday Tournament, you can see them all right here on strive.tv/York. Perhaps you are accessing us through the strivesports.com post. That's kind of what we shared on social media was the Strive Sports. But if you're a York fan, you might already be here on the York channel. And a reminder that we got started a little bit late. They pushed the start time of today to about 12:45 when the Platteview girls bus took a little bit longer to get here on the interstate. It was not fun. The snow was definitely blowing across the interstate, so safer travel conditions exist for tomorrow, but it took a little bit longer today. So Platteview was a little late in arriving. So Dr. Mike Lucas here, the superintendent of York School, said no problem. We'll just bump back the start of the game to about 12:45. So everything just a little bit behind schedule for the rest of today. And a reminder that we will be here all day tomorrow for the third place and championship games for the girls and the boys as well. Three-pointer on the way and good for Hallie Johnson. That is Hallie's first points of the contest. The leading scorer for the Trojans on the year averages just over 13. That is her first basket of any kind in this game. And now a zone look for Platteview. The three goes up and good. Back-to-back threes for Bailey Kissinger. She was scoreless in the first half, but now has 8 in the quarter, and the lead is 11. Biggest lead of the game for the Hawkettes, and out of bounds along the baseline after the dribble drive for Hallie Johnson. Anna Kaler back in for Platteview. A little over 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Girls' third place game tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Girls' championship game somewhere around 3 o'clock-ish. Got to play 2 games before the girls' championship. In, back out. Another one? No, that one bounces off for Kissinger that time. So Platteview back into the front court. 2:40 to go, third quarter. Kaler drives, draws a foul. The foul called on Catherine Hamburger, her first, team's first this half. McKenna Asher in, Gracie Daly out for St. Cecilia. Backside, Gunther had the ball go right through her hands and is called for a double dribble. Twelfth turnover by my count for the Trojans in the ball game. A long skip pass. What a throw to get it all the way to the corner. The three from Hamburger is long, though. And Emma Lewis with a rebound. Quickly up ahead. Here comes Johnson with it. A putback no good once, and Hamburger clears the defensive rebound. Far wing, that was Verton for 3, and the defensive board corralled by Kaler. Stuck on this 11-point margin here for about a minute or so. That 3 comes off the front, no good. And the defensive rebound for Kissinger. And then Bailey has it taken away. Before Verton knocks it out of bounds. Platteview retains the possession. Hutflis back into the ball game for the Trojans. Throws it into Emma Lewis. Sideline pass stolen away. Bailey Kissinger stepped in front of that one. Bailey, nobody stops her, goes all the way to the rim and draws the foul. Anna Kaler just picked up her 4th personal foul. Nobody stopped ball that time. And Anna a little dismayed with herself that she was the one that had to come over and get that foul. So she exits as Allie Kuhl comes onto the ball game. Bailey Kissinger, 10 points in the quarter. All 10 of her points in the quarter. 40-27, the Hawkette defense ratchets up and forces another Platteview turnover. Those have begun to rack up now. 14 for the game and 5 here in the period. Trying to deny on the inbounds. Verton has it and will bring it up for St. Cecilia. Guarded across the line by Allie Keel. Dribble drive, that layup spins out, but the rebound is good by Verton. Lexi with 6 points in the game, and the lead is 15 for St. Cecilia. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Along the baseline, a foul on the way up, and Emma Lewis will shoot a couple of free throws. Tori Thomas with the foul, her second, and just the second team foul on St. Cecilia here in the second half. 2 shots for Emma Lewis. Anna Gansel comes in for Platteview. One for two there for Emma. She's got 7 points in the game. And it's 42-28. About a half minute to go here in the third. Verton up top. Now Hamburger guarded by Lewis. Back to Verton. Perhaps one final shot here for the Hawkettes. Nice little give and go. Hamburger pops wide open. Can't hit the layup though. And the defensive rebound for Emma Lewis. Now one chance at it for Platteview. Lewis on the drive. Hangs. Banks it home. And that is how we end the third quarter of play. But still all St. Cecilia. 42-30 at the end of three. We come back for the final 8 minutes after this from the York Holiday Tournament.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Start of the fourth and final quarter, St. Cecilia 42, Platteview 30. It was a 17-13 score in that third quarter. Bailey Kissinger, all 10 of her points for St. Cecilia came in the quarter to lead the charge for the Blue Hawks. Dribble drive on for the Hawkettes. There's a foul on the floor, though, on Amber Bartley. It's her second, team sixth. So into the bonus for the rest of the game will be St. Cecilia. Pass deflected, pass stolen away. Bartley's got it. And a pass, or a shot then blocked. Here comes Verton with it. Onto the block. And they're going to call a pushing foul there on Emma Lewis. Emma's first but seventh team foul, so bonus situation for the rest of this game. And a 1-and-1 coming for Bailey Kissinger. I mentioned Bailey scoreless in the first half. On the season, averaging 12.7. The Bailey Supermans over the top of Emma Lewis, trying to get her own rebound there. That is not legal, and that is Bailey's second personal foul, third team foul on St. Cecilia. Hawkettes still in the trap here near half court, trying to force the issue for Platteview. Down the lane, nice drive and the finish there for Anna Kaler. Anna's time has been limited in this game with foul trouble. She is out there right now with 4 personal fouls, but she does have 7 points. Second on the team in scoring. Emma Lewis has 9 to lead the charge for the Trojans. 10-point game, still plenty of time. If Platteview could find a way to chip away at this lead. Verton on the wing. Down to the block. Good defense from behind. Tipped away and stolen. All the way to the other end. The left-hand layup is good by Hallie Johnson. Okay. Timeout Platteview. 8-point game, 6:42 to go. Fourth quarter. That lets us let you know that today's game and all of the games from the York Holiday Invite are brought to you by Cornerstone Bank. Locations too numerous to mention them all, but we will say thank you to Cornerstone Bank, a big sponsor for us on StriveSports.com and a big supporter of just about anything that happens here at York High School, to be perfectly honest with you, including the wrestling and indoor tennis room and everything that has happened up here. Cornerstone Bank, a big supporter of what goes on, not just in their communities, but especially here at York High School. And they support us on Strive TV and Strive Sports as well. So a big thank you to Cornerstone Bank, member FDIC. 42-34 with 6:42 to play here in the fourth quarter. St. Cecilia with the lead and the basketball after the timeout by Platteview. Platteview with 2 timeouts left. St. Cecilia, if they need them, with 4. They've only taken 1 so far in the ball game. A little more in-your-face man-to-man. Asher, open 3, off the front. Good rebound for Bartley. So a chance here, down 8. Like we said, you're not going to get it all back in one trip, but got to find a way to chip away at this thing. Give yourself a chance in the final minute or 2. Lewis on the wing. Pass deflected, though, stolen away. 15th turnover of the game for Platteview. A number of them steals for St. Cecilia. Drive down the lane for Kissinger. Fouled before the shot, I believe. But it is still going to be a 1-and-1 opportunity. Emma Lewis whistled for her second personal, 8th team foul. So a 1-and-1 here for Kissinger. Still the 8-point game. Bartley up top. Little hesitate. Down the lane. The left-hand layup is good. 6-point game. Bartley with 8 points. This is as close as Platteview has been since they were down 5 with about a minute and a half left in the first half, only to see St. Cecilia score the last 4 to push the lead back to 8. Actually, they were down 4, pushed 4 points, pushed the lead back to 8. There we go. 3-pointer for Asher, finally hits one. She's been open on a few of those today, and McKenna finally finds the bottom of the nylon, and a full timeout taken by St. Cecilia. We will step aside as well. The lead back to 9 for the Hawkettes.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Teens drink 1/4 of all alcohol sold in Nebraska. That's 2 times the national average. 5th worst in the nation. But there's something proven to stop teen binge drinking. It's called parenting. And there is one parenting style that works best. Learn more about the parenting style that works against teen drinking. Talkaboutalcohol.org.
5:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter. St. Cecilia pushing the lead back to 9, 45-36 after the 3 by McKenna Asher. Again, if you're Platteview, you got to take. You're going to have to take some of those lumps. You don't want to give up the 3, obviously, but might be willing to give up a basket or a free throw every now and then if it means you're getting a little 4-1 advantage or 4-2 advantage. So we'll see if they can continue to chip away. The lead was 11, was the biggest we saw it. A 3 from the top is no good, and the defensive rebound for Asher, but pressure in the backcourt. And before the shot, a steal and then a travel. But great defensive pressure. Inbounds taken by Bailey Kissinger on the far side. Trap up top, nobody home. That's out of bounds off St. Cecilia. So another turnover for the Hawkettes. That's 13 for them in the ball game. But they are +3 still overall for the game. 16 turnovers for Platteview. The lead is 9 with 4:20 to go in the fourth. Onto the block, nobody home. A steal taken away by Gracie Daly. And the finish. 5 points for Gracie in the lead, back to 11, the largest lead of the game. And then a reach-in foul on Daly. Only the fourth team foul of the second half on the Hawkettes. Amber Bartley back into the game for Platteview. And the rebound there for Bailey Kissinger, though. Still pressured in the backcourt. Platteview has to make it as difficult as they can. St. Cecilia willing to slow things down and get the best shot possible on offense. No need to rush. Up by 11 with 3.5 minutes to go in the game. So pass and cut. Pass and cut becomes the offense. Tori Thomas on the dribble drive to the hoop. Offensive foul. That'll be the third on Thomas, the fifth on St. Cecilia as a team. And a turnover will give it back to Platteview. Catherine Hamburger back into the ball game for St. Cecilia. Platteview with the basketball and trailing. Into the corner for Kaler. Spin move for Anna, no good. Rebound off St. Cecilia. Lexi Verton the last to touch it. Up top, Bartley going to work on Hamburger. Can't get anything. Hartless, a long three. Huftless. Timeout Platteview, as diving in there was Bartley. And a full timeout is taken. Still an 11-point game. Come right back. Back to the action. Platteview on the inbounds after they got the timeout. So just one timeout remaining for the Trojans in the game. Still, though, down by 11. 2:45 and counting in the fourth. Anna Kaler with her dribble. There's a three by Bartley, and Verton with the rebound. Down to the block, nicely done. Hamburger goes back to the right side and finishes. And the lead is 13. This is the largest lead of the game for St. Cecilia, the third-ranked team in Class C2, undefeated at 7-0 so far on the season, looking like it'll be 8-0 here in about 2 minutes. Hamburger pressured in the backcourt, gets the pass off to Daly. Now Verton has it. Daly to Kissinger. Bailey, nice pass down to Verton, and Lexi fouled on the shot. Amber Bartley, the guilty party, her third, team's 9th. Lexi Verton now with 7 points in the ball game. That three comes up short. Nobody touched. Out of bounds, and it goes to St. Cecilia. Again, the girls' third-place game will start tomorrow morning. It's a little bit different time schedule. Mother Nature has thrown a wrench into a lot of holiday tournaments all across the state. Doesn't matter really where they're located. There's a good chance your holiday tournament was rescheduled in some way, shape, or form. So third place and championship games will be tomorrow. Third place girls game will be the first game of the day, and it will start at 11 a.m. here at the Duke Dome. And that'll be the loser of this game and the loser of York and Elkhorn. So it looks like it will be Platteview against the loser of York and Elkhorn. That game coming up later on here tonight. First one no good, so a few extra subs coming into the game for both teams in the final minute 23. A 14-point lead right now for St. Cecilia. Oh, up top, taken away, Bailey Kissinger. Coast to coast and finishes. And a timeout for St. Cecilia. I believe some different Hawkettes. So that's the other thing. St. Cecilia, really, they have played all 10 of the girls they have suited, so there's not much of the bench, per se, for the Hawkettes to go to. We've seen Esch, we've seen McCauley, we've seen Butler, we've seen Natalie Kissinger, Catherine Hamburger has played a lot. So it's just the next 5, if you will, to come into the ball game for the Hawkettes. St. Cecilia will improve to 8-0 on their season. And again, we'll await the winner of Elkhorn and York. That game later on this afternoon. Thinking that one might be around 3:30. 3:45, somewhere in that vicinity. Maybe even 4 o'clock or thereafter before we get to it. Minute left in this game. Another 20-minute warm-up for the guys matchup between Platteview and St. Cecilia. Good spaced and ball movement. That's a quality St. Cecilia team, and in C2 ranks, they're playing up 2 classes for today and tomorrow, no matter who they're playing against. So Yeah, good quality team for the Blue Hawks this year. 52-36 your final score. St. Cecilia with the win. A short break. I'll tally all everybody's points up after this.
My name is William Scarf. I'm a diesel tech here in York, Nebraska for Truck Center Companies. Before I started working here, I helped a smaller mechanic shop, and I did some work here and there. And then I started working on some engines at home in my shop. And then that's when I kind of got my jump with diesel. I've liked the experience they're giving me, the hours they're able to give me, and just the training and all the accessories. Pay is good, benefits are wonderful. Basically, they offer basically all benefits. Pretty happy that I was able to find it so quickly, right after high school basically. It was really jump right into it, and it turns out to be a really good place to start a career.
Final score here in Game 1 of the York Holiday Tournament. Hastings St. Cecilia girls take the win over Platteview 52-36. Scoring first for Platteview, 7 points for Anna Kaler. Her time very limited, though, with foul trouble throughout the game. Hallie Johnson finished with just 5 points. Amber Bartley, a nice game with 8. Kaylee Kaler with 5. 2 points for Veronica Ginther, and it was Emma Lewis leading the way tonight with 9 points. Should say today, not really tonight, right? 36 points total for the Platteview Trojans. They were able to knock down just 2 3-pointers in the ballgame. For St. Cecilia, just about everybody scored. Grace Daly with 5, Jenna Esch with 6, Chloe McCauley with 2, Bailey Kissinger with 12, including 10 in the third quarter, 2 for Shea Butler, 7 for Lexi Verton, 9 for Tori Thomas, 5 for McKenna Asher, and 4 for Catherine Hamburger. Natalie Kissinger, the only one not to score for St. Cecilia. Everybody else had at least the 2 points. So, final again, St. Cecilia 52, Platteview 36. The third place girls game tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. start for Platteview. They will be taking on the loser of York and Elkhorn. That game is coming up after this next game. That is Platteview and St. Cecilia on the boys' side. That should be a fun one. So stick around right here on strive.tv/York, or perhaps you are watching us on strivesports.com. However you found us, thanks for watching us. My name is Eric Allgood. A little break for us as far as the stream is concerned. We're going to shut it off real quick, and it will come right back on for warm-ups here for the guys in just